Welcome back, America. By the way, just another programming note. Tomorrow we have Pierre LaRouche, Gary Risling, Troy Loney, myself, and Bob Grove of the Penguins Radio Network as we talk about the Winter Classic. So we'll have a lot of fun with that. We're going to have to run shifts with those guys. Make sure that you're here for that night. Well, it's always a lot of fun to be joined by the sisters. And, of course, I'm talking about Suzanne on the far left wing, and playing center is Jean Vincent, and they are psychic investigators, and they are so much more. They're ball fun as well, if I can say that. We always enjoy them, and we're glad that they're here to wrap up 2010 and point us forward to 2011. Allow me to say that these women are also incredibly gracious with their time for charitable events, and every time they're here we have something different to suggest that they could do. The Beaver Butler County's Heart Ball, February 12th at the Marriott North. They are giving their time for that. So ladies, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ellis. Thank you,
Ellis. Well, let's start with you, Jean. Give me a prediction for 2011. I want to go back to 10. I want to talk about some of the cases that you're working on. I want to hear about the, what were they called? The
Orbs.
Lights. Orbs. Yeah, orbs. Okay. Yeah, orb alert. But let's start right. I mean, 2011. Good year, bad year? I mean, tell me about it so I can just get to 12.
It'll be a good year in Pittsburgh. Naturally, I was feeling the gas prices are definitely going to hit $4 a gallon.
That's like no doubt.
That's no doubt.
Right.
Also, Pittsburgh weather will be pretty on target, but with one or two, snowfalls, but nothing like the Northeast got hit with recently. So, Pittsburgh economy will be looking up. We'll be looking up as far as science, technology. I also found another movie being made here that's going to put Pittsburgh even more on the map and put more money in the economy. So, Pittsburgh, I feel working well and making the economy work. Outside of Pittsburgh, not as well.
Oh no!
A little bit of a struggle there, and
on the economy or anything.
On the economy and on the weather. Out towards the west and the southwest, I was definitely feeling more of a drought picking up, and that would turn up the prices for food, especially in the Nevada area, more of a drought, and a little bit of a quake I felt around California, Nevada too.
No, a little bit of a quake out there could be like a big quake. I mean, a little goes a long way out there, Jean. Now, let's get to you, Suzanne. I say it every time you're on. You're looking at a whatever, whose mother would not allow me to go to the 6th grade field trip because Gene Dixon claimed that a mall was going to collapse in America, and she said that meant Beaver County Mall. So she's a big fan of you guys. Now, that having been acknowledged, do you see anything in 11 we need to know about?
The only thing I see is we got to talk about the Steelers.
Oh,
of course.
I can't believe it.
Yes, I really thought about this for you, Ellis.
Right. Oh, thank you so much.
What I was thinking about was for the AFC championships between New England and the Steelers. I really feel that. So I feel they're going to win the Cleveland's game, and then whoever wins those two will go on to the Super Bowl. And of course, I'm giving positive energy. Let it be the Steelers.
Oh, you could feel it. Now, what about 2010? Was it a good year for you in terms of your predictions, Gene? I mean, did you sit down and go, okay, that one worked out, okay, that was a foul ball? Or just generally speaking, tell me a little bit about how 2010 worked out for you.
I thought it worked out well. I did predict the storm that hit, like, right after we left here. A storm hit in Pittsburgh. And I think we had picked up some inappropriate behavior from people in the Senate, and that did happen as, it hit the news and all that. And then some breakups in the celebrity world, that did happen too.
Brittany Murphy, it did turn out that she did die from some sort of a mixture of antibiotics and medicines.
I mean, did you call this?
Oh, yeah, we called it last year when we were on
Is that right?
Yes, and we talked about the combination. It wouldn't be drug-related, but it would be prescription drug-related and mix, and that's what it was. And also we called about Tiger Woods not going back with his wife and all the other mistresses that were coming out, like 19 or 20. We called that last year.
Wow, so that's before I wrecked this scene here, right? Okay,
yeah.
so in other words, I mean, he was like in the 2 or 3 category, and you guys were going like, nah, this is going to be like 19 or 20 when they get done. Oh, and I got Courtney in my ear saying, absolutely, Ellis, they were saying this.
Yes, and I think there's more to Tiger Woods, which will be coming out soon.
That doesn't sound good.
To do with his, the rest of his, I guess his...
dalliances.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that. Huh?
And then also we had talked about for next year, I think Kaylee Marie Anthony's mother will be convicted and get life in prison.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she definitely will. They're talking about the death penalty right now, but I don't think she's going to get that. And then also, you got something else to add, Jean?
Yeah, you look like you're ready to go. What do you got for 11? I mean, look at you.
We're there. That doomsday they're predicting 2012, that's not going to happen.
No.
People are
it's
like
a movie.
all up in arms about that, and I've been asked that, is that going to really happen? And I'm like, that's just, make-believe. It's not going to happen. But the Brittany Murphy, yes, we did call that one. At that time, they thought it was suicide, but it was definitely a combination of medications. The same for Heath Ledger, combination of medications. We did call that, because that all happened on the beginning of the year. So a lot's going to be happening positive in the Pittsburgh area for 2011.
Okay, and there's a lot to be built on in 2011, just what we're seeing in the latter stages of 2010. The retail, we've been talking a lot about that in recent days and weeks, and of course all the attention the city is getting right now. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to turn that around, but boy, they've got some great platforms and great celebrations in the next few days that they'll obviously do a lot with going forward. So how about we jump out? I want to hear about some of the current cases the ladies are working on, and for that matter, we'll get caught up in some of the older ones as well. We'll talk orbs, because that's what we do here at Night Talk. Come on back in 2 minutes with the sisters and me on PCNC.